The story of Philip Markoff, infamously dubbed the Craigslist Killer, is one of those cases that gripped the nation, not only for its heinous nature, but also for the shocking contrast between the perpetrator's outward appearance and his dark, hidden life. Markoff, a 23-year-old medical student at Boston University, seemed to embody the American dream, intelligent, ambitious, and on the path to a successful career. Yet, beneath this facade lay a sinister double life that would culminate in murder, robbery, and a media frenzy that would forever link his name to the online classifieds platform. This video delves into the intricate details of the case, exploring Markoff's background, the crimes he committed, the investigation that led to his arrest, and the tragic aftermath that left families shattered and a nation questioning how such a seemingly ordinary individual could commit such extraordinary acts of violence. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for in-depth coverage of true crime, unsolved mysteries, and the dark side of history. The rise of a promising student. Philip Markoff was born on February 12, 1986, in Scotia, New York, to Susan and Richard Markoff. From an early age, he displayed a keen intellect and a drive to succeed. Described by friends and family as quiet, polite, and hardworking, Markoff excelled academically. He attended SUNY Albany, where he majored in biology, and later gained acceptance into Boston University's prestigious School of Medicine. By all accounts, he was a model student with a bright future ahead of him. Markoff's personal life also seemed to be on track. He was engaged to Megan McAllister, a woman he had met during his undergraduate studies. The couple appeared to be deeply in love, with McAllister often describing Markoff as her best friend and soulmate. They planned to marry in the summer of 2009, and their future seemed full of promise. But behind this picture-perfect life, Markoff harbored a dark secret. Unbeknownst to those closest to him, he had developed a gambling addiction, frequenting casinos and spending hours playing online poker. This addiction would prove to be a driving force behind his descent into crime. The crimes, a pattern of violence. Markoff's criminal activities began in early 2009, when he allegedly started targeting women who advertised erotic services on Craigslist. At the time, Craigslist was a popular platform for classified ads, including those in the erotic services section. Markoff reportedly used these ads to locate his victims, posing as a client to arrange meetings. His first known attack occurred on April 10, 2009, in Warwick, Rhode Island. A 29-year-old woman who had advertised on Craigslist was lured to a hotel room where Markoff allegedly bound her at gunpoint, robbed her, and forced her into a bathtub. Fortunately, she survived the ordeal and later provided crucial information to investigators. Just 4 days later, on April 14th, Markoff struck again, this time in Boston. He arranged to meet a 26-year-old woman at the Westin Copley Place Hotel. Once inside the room, he allegedly brandished a gun, tied her up, and stole her cash and credit cards. Like the first victim, she survived and was able to provide a description of her attacker. But Markoff's crimes took a deadly turn on April 16, 2009, when he met 25-year-old Julissa Brisman at the Marriott Copley Place Hotel in Boston. Brisman, a aspiring model and actress, had advertised massage services on Craigslist. What began as a routine encounter quickly turned violent. Markoff allegedly attempted to rob Brisman, but she fought back. In the ensuing struggle, he shot her 3 times, killing her. Brisman's death sent shockwaves through the community and marked a turning point in the case. The investigation. Piecing together the puzzle. The murder of Julissa Brisman prompted a massive investigation by the Boston Police Department. Detectives quickly connected the crime to the earlier robberies, recognizing a pattern in the suspect's methods. Surveillance footage from the hotels, along with descriptions provided by the surviving victims, helped investigators create a composite sketch of the suspect. A breakthrough came when detectives traced an email address used to contact Brisman to a computer at Boston University. This led them to Philip Markoff, who was soon identified as a prime suspect. Further evidence, including cell phone records and GPS data, place Markoff near the scenes of the crimes at the times they occurred. On April 20th, 2009, just 4 days after Brisman's murder, Markoff was arrested during a traffic stop on Interstate 95 in Massachusetts. Police found a semi-automatic weapon, duct tape, and other items linked to the crimes in his car. He was charged with armed robbery, kidnapping, and murder. The trial and public reaction. Markoff's arrest sent shockwaves through the media and the public. How could a promising medical student, engaged to be married and on the verge of a successful career, be capable of such brutal crimes? The case became a media sensation, with outlets dubbing Markoff the Craigslist Killer and speculating about his motives. Markoff maintained his innocence, pleading not guilty to all charges. His defense team argued that the evidence against him was circumstantial and that he had been framed. However, the prosecution presented a compelling case, including forensic evidence, witness testimony, and Markoff's own internet search history, which revealed searches for terms like how to kill and how to tie someone up. As the trial approached, Markoff's life began to unravel. His gambling addiction came to light, with reports suggesting that he had accumulated significant debt. Some speculated that his crimes were motivated by a need for money to fuel his addiction. Others pointed to darker psychological factors, suggesting that Markoff derived pleasure from the power and control he exerted over his victims. Before the case could go to trial, Philip Markoff's story took a tragic turn. On August 15, 2010, while awaiting trial in jail, Markoff was found dead in his cell. He had taken his own life, using a makeshift weapon to cut his neck and ankles. His death left many questions unanswered and added another layer of tragedy to an already devastating case. Markoff's suicide shocked his family, friends, and the public. His fiancée, Megan McAllister, who had stood by him throughout the ordeal, expressed her grief and disbelief. In a statement, she said, "I will always love him, and I will always be in love with him. I will never understand why this happened or what led to this tragedy." The story of Philip Markoff, the Craigslist Killer, is a chilling reminder of the duality of human nature. It forces us to confront the uncomfortable truth that evil can often hide in plain sight, masked by a veneer of normalcy. Markoff's case is a cautionary tale about the dangers of addiction, the consequences of unchecked impulses, and the importance of vigilance in an increasingly digital world. While the case has faded from the headlines, its legacy endures. It serves as a somber reminder of the lives lost, the families shattered, and the questions that remain unanswered. And it stands as a testament to the enduring power of justice, even in the face of unimaginable tragedy. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Until next time.